Okay, so today's topic is on trends. How do you identify a trend? So, trading with the trend basically means someone is looking at a trend. So, in this particular case, let's say this is a downtrend, right? Everyone can see that. This is a downtrend. And in this downtrend, any little pullback that comes in, people are looking to enter again. Okay, because we don't want to chase it. We don't want to take prices down here, right? So any pullback that comes in, people want to sell it to turn a profit. Okay, in an uptrend, it's the reverse. Okay, here's an uptrend here. Any pullback that comes in, people want to buy. The concept of give me a better price and I will buy it. Give me a better price and I will buy it. So if you think of it in that sense, everyone is trying to wait for a pullback and they buy it. Now, here's the thing. If you buy every single pullback, you are going to make a loss. Okay? I want you guys to pay attention now. You guys can chat later. Focus. If you guys buy every single pullback, it is going to be in an overall loss. It is going to be an overall loss. So let's find out when you're not supposed to trade. And that is what this whole webinar today is about. The reason why this webinar is so close to my heart, why this topic is very important to me, is because this kind of topic is what gave me my breakthrough. So I want you guys to listen, take notes, and make sure you stay on top of everything. Okay, all right, so the trend. Okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to share with you guys about a trend, okay? Few things. Okay, one thing you need to know about a trend is the health, and the next thing is momentum. These are the two most important aspects of your trend. You need to know the health and the momentum. So let's get into it piece by piece. We're gonna start with the health first. Okay, you're gonna start with the health first. When you have your first move up, making a higher high, you're like, okay, I got my higher high, check number one, but I don't have check number two. Where is my higher low? Market pulls back a little bit, puts in the higher low, and you're like, bam, okay, we got my two checks. Uptrend is now in motion. As you get your higher high here, what you're looking for is measurement of your last push up that made a higher high and your current one, and you want to measure that. Would you say the second one here seems to be stronger than the first one? Okay, would you agree that's stronger than the first one? Okay, so if you're saying yes, or if you're typing yes, if you're saying yes to that, then basically what it means is your trend is healthy. It's not dying. Okay, your trend is healthy, it's not dying. And if the trend is healthy, you are free to take the trend pullback following that. You are free to take the trend pullback following that. You put that together with support and resistance, supply and demand, and your trade becomes a lot healthier as well. Okay, but this is the basis. Now let's take this further. Now comparing this to the next move up, which was right here, he also made a higher high again after making a higher low, which means uptrend is still in motion. You take that out and say, yeah, that's still pretty healthy. That is also a buy that can be conducted. Okay, that is also a buy that can be conducted. But now this time, look at what's happening. He's unable to make a higher high. However, a trade can still work and give you decent profits, but there's a certain things you need to consider. Now it comes down to time to say, what about my momentum? I can understand health. Health has to do with distance and how well each subsequent move is happening, but now it comes down to momentum. So let's take a look at this word momentum. What is this word momentum? So every step of the way we saw the market is healthy, it's getting higher and higher. But at the same time, look at the measurement of the movement. The first move up went up this high and pulled back that much. Okay, let's take that. The next move, here we go. The next move went up this high and pulled back that much. it seems like the second move went further, but look at the pullback. The pullback came in deeper. Okay, we're starting to see some signs of some struggle. And then the next move after that went even further, but look at the pullback on that one. Can you now start to sense the momentum starting to die? Can you now sense that? The momentum started to die. Is that starting to make sense? Even though the trend is healthy, the momentum is fading. Okay? How many of you guys understand so far, everything that I've taught so far? You need both pieces to continue doing your trades. Okay? Because if you consider it in that sense and you try to take this buy afterwards, you're gonna be in trouble. That buy will have a tough time to perform. Okay? Because although it looks like a pullback, it is not going to perform as well because your two criteria are not there. Let's take it a step further. So our job in an uptrend is give me a discount and I'll buy it. So basically when the prices come back down, you're like, yeah, discount and I'll buy it. So I can buy it at a good price, and as prices go higher, I can sell it to make a profit. Right? This buy low, sell high concept, everyone's heard about that, right? So give me a discount and I'll buy it. All right. Now, what happens when your health is exhausted and your momentum is exhausted? The market needs time to refresh before it can resume or turn around. So you don't want to get stuck into this end of this momentum trying to guess which way is the market going to go. There are answers to which way it's going to go, but for the sake of keeping it simple for this webinar, you want to stop trading at that moment. Yeah? Everyone with me so far? You stop trading at that moment. Don't need to identify what that pattern is. It's whether it's a wedge or a range or an inside bar or an inside monkey, whatever it may be, you stop caring about it and you stop doing those trades because it's no longer a trend pullback. Make sense? All right. So moving forward. Now, same thing. Let's take a look at some more examples. So now let's take a look at this now in a downtrend. Okay? In a downtrend. Let's take a look at this. Okay? Here you go. You're starting to have a momentum shift happening in the market. After the health started dying, the market starts to turn around and starts coming down. So it's like, okay, we've put in what looks like no higher high, no lower low, and then finally we made our first low, because now for a downtrend we need the opposite. Okay? We need a lower high and a lower low. If you cannot remember these words, it does not matter. You're not going for an exam. This is not school where you get graded on your exam. Here, your grades are only your account balance. Okay? So you don't need to remember these words. Just remember what you need to see in a downtrend is the highest point must get lower and the lowest point also must get lower. When these two things are there, you have now passed the exam. Okay? So when these two things are there, you are now ready to say, we are now officially in a downtrend. Okay, so a couple of things. When you see the same thing happen, we have a lower low, bam, right there. A new low has happened. And this was our highest point. It's put in a new lower high as well. We have now officially a healthy downtrend. You have two checks, right? Lower low and a lower high. So once that pullback starts coming in from there, that is a trade you want to be on. That is a trade you want to be on. Okay? That is not a trade that's going to cause you problems. Okay? So let me show you. Let me show you here. Okay? Now we're going to measure the momentum and the health in the same thing. Market goes down and then it pulls back. Okay? So that's our first move. Fair enough. We needed that to identify. If this is a trade or not. Then the next move goes down. and then it starts to pull back that much. We're like, whoa, yeah, that's pretty healthy, isn't it? That looks pretty healthy. So when you have your health and your momentum saying, you know what, go for it, there's money in the market moving around. There's money in the market. Okay? That's when you say, on that next pullback is where I'm going to make my money. On that next pullback is where I'm going to make my money. Okay, I'm going to quiz you guys and we're going to see if you can pick this up faster. Okay? Now that you've trained your eyes to spot these things, let's see if you can train your eyes to spot it faster. Okay? To train it faster. So, downtrend. Okay? You don't need to answer in the comments section. You can just say it out loud. Okay? So, downtrend. Agree? Yes or no? If you said yes, very good. Okay? The market comes down till here, starts to pull back. Okay? So, can we take this sell? Yes or no? If you said yes, that is correct. That is a sell. Okay? Because it was healthy compared to that guy. It was healthy compared to that guy. So yes, that is a sell. That is a trade. Okay? Although he wasn't able to make brand new lower lows, but that's a decent amount of money and it gives you very less spike outs and trouble with your trade. That is the most important piece. It should not give you trouble. Okay. Continuing forward, and then the market moves down, makes a lower low here. Can you do this pullback? Okay, if you have answered no, that is correct, because we have two things here. Compared to this move down, we never made a lower low. That was the line in the sand. Boom, 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 until we made a lower low from here, coming down till there. And if we pull these guys out, the trend is not healthy. So if you do the sell after that, you are in for a surprise because the market is going to go haywire. And when it goes haywire, it's going to go boom, stop loss. And you're going to start calling up your broker and telling him all sorts of new swear words you've learned. And the poor guy is going to be like, well, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I'm just filling in orders. Okay? So you got to be careful with stuff like that. Now, moving on further. So line in the sand, line in the sand. Okay. Is this a lower low now? Is this a lower low? Is this a lower low? For those of you guys who are answering no, that is not a lower low, you are correct. Pat yourself on the back because that is not a lower low. Line in the sand, line in the sand. Until we do not cross this, nothing matters. Nothing matters. Okay? All right, moving forward. Do we take this pullback here? The answer is yes. Okay? If you've said yes to this, very good. Pat yourself on the back again. Very good. Very good. The next one that comes in right here. Lower low, pulls back. Do we take that sell right there? If you said no because it's not healthy, that is correct. Let's take this out and let's take this out. Very good. Very good. Because that would have been a sudden move down followed by a sudden move up that will be a stop loss. Okay? So I hope you can see all this information. We've gone through this very quickly and very quickly you were able to see we don't need to trade any of this nonsense. When people might have made money on this way down, over here they will give back all of their profits and more. Yes or no? Do you guys agree? When people make their money here, somehow, without knowing, even if it's by luck, they will give it all back in this. They will give it all back in this. So you have to be very careful. I am teaching you guys now how not to trade and saying, okay, cutoff point, we're gonna sleep, we're gonna watch TV, we're gonna have a cup of coffee, we're gonna go out with our friends, whatever it is, okay? But we do not come back until things start showing up again for us.